Hi. So this is actually going to be two videos in one, I guess. This is gonna be my sequel to the Doomsday video, and it's also going to be kind of a preview. Not a preview. I don't know what I'm on about, but it's basically gonna be my overview of how this week went, which is my last two exams of chemistry and anthology. So English. I keep saying anthology, but people tell me it's wrong. So I don't know. If it is, well, I'm sorry. Do not, please ignore the mess in the background. I was changing positions because the blanket was funny. So, Doomsday. That was, it just kept getting worse and worse, honestly. It was not fun. The English exam that I had on that day, I was the most prepared for. I actually sacrificed, let's move the camera. I actually sacrificed, psychology for English, and the maths paper in itself was actually easy. I'm just not good at maths myself. And so I was kind of dying there. It was not great. I wish I studied more and focused more on maths. I genuinely thought I was not that screwed. I was more screwed than I thought I was. And then for psychology, I studied everything I knew last minute pretty much. Sorry, I keep saying I walked to the exam venue, I was literally holding the freaking textbook and reading it last minute, and when we had to enter, I was holding it, and then I threw the textbook across the room to my bag, because, like, the psychology paper for me is really late. It was, apart from the actual exams and the stress, before psychology was actually pretty chill. I got McDonald's to school. It was nice. I don't know, I've done that before. It was fun because bonding experience with friends, so I'm very excited to do that in summer. The period between my English exam and my math exam, we had exam supervision, which I hope you don't have to go through. If you ever have an exam, it's when you have two exams that clash and then you have to be supervised by people. It kind of sucks because you're in prison, and then for me personally, because I've never been through it before, I was just constantly worried I had something that was incriminating. I didn't at all, but genuinely it was constant anxiety. It was really not fun, so I don't recommend it at all. Like, why would I recommend exams? I don't recommend exams suck. That's pretty much all I have to say for Doomsday. That for Doomsday, the entire week I had also got biology and reading. Chinese reading was okay, could have been better. I genuinely think I might be a bit screwed for Chinese reading. Or just Chinese in general in IB, because there's no foreign. I do wish I could switch to, like, a foreign ab initio language. Who knows? Maybe that'll happen. I'll bribe my parents. Not really. And for the other test, biology, I think that was actually alright. I studied really hard for biology. I think it's the hardest I've ever studied for anything in my life, honestly. Overall, it was pretty good. Well, good all things considered, because unfortunately, the stuff I studied did not come up directly on the exams. However, I did kind of cover some of this. This stuff I studied versus the stuff I, like, didn't fully get to cover. There was some overlap, and that was basically the exams. I do think I did okay. I hope I did better than I think. And we'll see. My goal is to just, like, try and manifest my good grades at this point. So, it's like Schrodinger's cat. You'll never know if the cat is dead or not if you don't check. And I can't check right now. So I'm going on with that mythology. Okay, about this week. This week I had chemistry and my last English exam. The text one, or whatever, anthology, like I said before. It's my final English exam, and it's my second science exam. I only have 4 exams left. So, quickly, before I get into what happened this week, I'm going to say the last 4 exams I have. So, in this order, I have, physics, which is my final science exam, maths, paper 2, my final maths exam, design, my only design exam. I'm kind of excited for that, honestly, because I love design, and I'm a good design student. I'm carrying that mentality with me throughout whatever. And global citizenship. And if you don't know what global citizenship is, part of me wants to be in your shoes, but at the same time, I'd probably take triple award sciences, and I would rather do global citizenship over triple award sciences any day of the week. So global citizenship, global citizenship, global citizenship is, I feel like I'm not saying it right, but I know it's right, is a subject which is a combination of politics, economics, sustainability, and culture. And I had also got biology and reading. Chinese reading was okay, could have been better. I genuinely think I might be a bit screwed for Chinese reading, or just Chinese in general in IB because there's no foreign. I do wish I could switch to like a foreign Ab initio language. Who knows? Maybe that'll happen now by my parents. Not really. And for the other test, biology, I think that was actually alright. I studied really hard for biology. I think it's the hardest I've ever studied for anything in my life, honestly. Overall, it was pretty good. Well, good all things considered, because unfortunately the stuff I studied did not come up directly on the exams. However, I did kind of cover some. There was okay, this stuff I studied versus the stuff I didn't fully get to cover. There was some overlap, and that was basically the exams. I do think I did okay. I hope I did better than I think, and we'll see. My goal is to just try and manifest my good grades at this point. So, it's like Schrodinger's cat. You'll never know if the cat is dead or not if you don't check, and I can't check right now. So I'm going on with that mythology. Okay, about this week. This week I had chemistry and my last English exam, the text one, or whatever, anthology, like I said before. It's my final English exam, and it's my second science exam. I only have 4 exams left. So, quickly, before I get into what happened this week, I'm gonna say the last 4 exams I have. So, in this order, I have, oh boy, physics, which is my final science exam, maths, paper 2, my final maths exam, design, my only design exam. I'm kind of excited for that, honestly, because I love design and I'm a good design student. I'm carrying that mentality with me throughout whatever. And global citizenship, and if you don't know what global citizenship is, part of me wants to be in your shoes, but at the same time, I'd probably take triple award sciences. And I would rather do global citizenship over triple award sciences any day of the week. So, global citizenship is, I feel like I'm not saying it right, but I know it's right, is a subject which is a combination of politics, economics, sustainability, and culture. And it's kind of just everything that's relevant to our current affairs worldwide. So things like refugees and I don't know, the different types of governments are covered in it, and you have to have case studies from real life examples, which kind of suck, but the world's not doing great, which is good for my exam, not great for the world. Oh my gosh, the world sucks. I'm so sorry. There's just so much going on, and sorry, I think I hear someone. It's scary as fuck. Okay, I'm gonna quickly get this over with, because I don't want to get into trouble. I have math class tomorrow morning. Oh, not fun. I don't want to do anything. I want to sleep in. I want it to be summer. Everything's great in summer. Yeah. So, sorry, I'm looking off into the distance, because when I do that, I'm typically thinking. Sorry, it might be a bit strange. I don't know. What did I have? The calendar. Let's consult the calendar. Oh, right. For chemistry, I did most of my studying via past papers because I only had 3 days between Doomsday and chemistry. And let's just say I don't think I did bad. I don't think I did super good. It was better than I thought I would do, but I could have also done better. My main goal with sciences is honestly just to pass rather than do good. I'm not even taking most of the traditional sciences next year because I'm allowed to take design tech as it's an option that they have in my school. So that's pretty much all I have to say about chemistry. I mainly spammed past papers because I felt it would be counterintuitive just to spend the time revising all the material. And now let's talk about anthology. So there are overall 10 texts that you have to analyze, and I honestly went into the exam pretty calm, and I was right to do so. I really thought it was going to be Danger of a Single Story, because I'm doing the regional papers. And they haven't done any Danger of a Single Story for the regional papers. At all. And so, hold up. Wait, let me get because I have a spreadsheet of this stuff. And I don't really want to switch between tabs on my MacBook, because I don't know what happened to my recording thing. Yeah, I'm using my MacBook. I wouldn't say it's great. Like, the quality, obviously. You can see every little pixel. So, it was... I'm allowed to say it, right? Like, I won't get in trouble. So, the text was not one I was expecting, because I really thought it was going to be the, explore... Danger of a Single Story, which I would have actually, like, if it was that, then I would have been so screwed, because that one was honestly, like, the worst case scenario, in my opinion, as I didn't really know the themes, I didn't really get it that much, and that was the one I mainly studied, because all the other ones I thought was fine, and the likelihood of this other one, Beyond the Sky or whatever, I was sick when we covered that, so, that sucked, and I didn't actually learn it at all, but the likelihood of that text coming up was low to none, compared to, like, the text that actually did come up. Let's look at that. Oh, that's the wrong document. Whoopsie daisies. Oh my days, where is it? Ugh. Oh, yeah, there. There it is. So, oh, you can't even really read it because of the way it's, like, that text is just yellow. Where is the text? Okay, so, spoiler alert, I guess, we did Explorer's Daughter. It was honestly, like, one of the best case scenarios, because between Explorer's Daughter and Chinese Cinderella, and, like, those I find kind of easy, because the themes are, like, I wouldn't say easy, they're easy for me, because Explorer's Daughter was about animals, and I love animals, I love animal welfare. I actually, when I'm older, not even that much older, when I'm just, like, I want to volunteer at a animal shelter, like, for fun, because I love animals. I love everything to do with animals, pretty much. I keep saying animals. I would love to say, I keep not thinking of synonyms of the word creatures, I guess. That just pops into my mind. And yeah, they're just all great. Besides spiders and bugs, I'm not a big fan of either. I'm actually really scared of spiders. I'm like Matt Pat with spiders. I would rather burn my house down. The home is given to spiders now. Who needs a home? I'm sorry, that might be insensitive. I don't mean to. Oh no! Ah! Oh my god!
Matthew's just scared of gummies, apparently.
You know how in some households, you know how in some households, there's like the one person who is brave enough to kill the spiders, and it's usually like, oh, the guy is the one who's brave enough to kill the spiders. In this house, there's no one brave enough to kill the spiders. The spiders just, we either have to vacuum them up from 6 feet away, or we bow down to our spider overlords, because no one is brave enough to kill them around here, because we are both that uncomfortable with spiders.
I keep apologizing. I just realized Explorer's Daughter was, okay, in comparison to, like, the stuff that was, compared to the other texts that I thought were going to come up, they haven't come up in a way longer period of time. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to the texts that come up, honestly. They might as well just spin a wheel and be like, this one's coming up. I don't know. I'm going to insert, like, some sort of image there to make worth your time, if I actually held my hands up in the air long enough. Like, so let's do it again. Let's see what my editing self puts in there. Go on. What'd you put? Okay. So I was really betting on the fact it was going to be Danger of a Single Story in the order of likeliness. So it's Danger of a Single Story most likely, because it hasn't been covered at all. Passage to Africa, Chinese Cinderella, or H is for Hawk. But we got Explorer's Daughter. Apparently, also, Explorer's Daughter was done last year for the non-art papers, which is kind of shocking. But still, nonetheless, I thought it was good. Okay, I can actually give advice for English, because I would say I'm okay to good at English. I don't want to ever call myself good. Sorry, my shirt is, like, suffocating me. It's not fun. Sorry. So, here's some advice for the wacky-ass hair. I'll explain that later. Sorry. Advice, right. Sorry. I keep getting sidetracked. advice for the English anthology paper. Hold up, it's like this. I would get my pink book, but honestly, I cannot be bothered. And also, I don't want to, like, I don't know, it feels kind of awkward when I leave the camera. But anyways, it's this book. Putting my arms in the air for an adequate amount of time, yes. That exam. Right, my advice. So there's like 6 or 7 questions total. No, I know, it's an intent. My teacher kept making 6-7 jokes in the middle of class, and there was a whole thing going on with me and my friends in the English class. It was fun, honestly. I made a reel about that. I'll link it below, I guess. It's just silliness. My entire channel is silliness. Right, sorry, advice. Damn, this video's long. So, my tip number 1, okay, before you even look at the actual text itself that you've been given for the exam, do question 6 or 7 first. And I say that because, okay, 6 or 7, I mean, I'm sorry, 6 or 7 because it's a multiple choice question, kind of. You choose between the prompt, and it's either an article, leaflet, speech, or letter, whatever. Make sure you know how to write those first before anything. And you pick, personally, I doesn't really matter for the type it is. I just got lucky with my type of prompt being something I was actually more enjoyed to do, and a letter, because I could do letters. Compared to the other ones, which are way easier. For me, at least. Like, letter is easier than the other things for me. I'm sorry, my brain's not working. It's like 1 a.m. right now. If you want visual proof, because, no offense, influencers are scammy and, yeah. Oh, that's my brother, by the way. He's great. Love him. So, you pick between the two. Consider these 2 things. Pick which one you're most confident in writing about, and pick which one you find most interesting you can write more about. Because this question is worth half your exam. And so it is very important that you do not leave this unloved. And I say unloved instead of unwritten because my teacher said so in the email he sent us. He's great. So yeah. Don't leave it unloved. Yeah, don't leave it unloved. Make sure you write something. I heard the technique from some teachers was to start on that question. And so that's what I did. I started on that question before I really touched the text part of the actual part of the exam with the text. And I just spent all my energy and all my time on that section. The things I consider more important is that it's worth more of your paper. Sorry, this is so randomly. I'm like the raccoon from the Magical Horror thing. I'm shut up. So consider which one means more to you. Does the text type mean more, or does the actual thing you're writing about mean more? For me, this means more. Like, the writing about thing means more than the actual type of text, because you need to write. You need to write like you're running out of time. You wrote the other 51 like Hamilton did. And so, yeah. My main thing is just focus on that one first. Like, touch that before you touch anything else. That sounds really bad out of context. Don't edit me out of context, please. And, yeah, make sure you finish that question as well. Like, don't flip-flop between questions. Make sure you, like, okay, for that one, for, like, the final one specifically, focus on that. Make sure you have, like, a long thing. Also, give yourself a personality. It is so much funnier and so much better when you give yourself a personality. I like writing creatively, and so I find it easy. And I just give myself a persona. For example, I remember in the mock paper, I was like some guy's father. I was like a father, or like a scientist or whatever. And it's because we were doing the Chinese Cinderella paper, and I was like, yes, no, actually, I'm not gonna say that. Yes, teenagers are very hormonal, and very something. Make sure to give them space. And I just pulled on my own experiences, things like that. So make sure you give yourself a personality, be funny. I remember I read this excerpt in class, and it was all about how this person was rebelling against veganism, and they were being being a fatty and eating burgers or something, I was like, oh yes, I'm giving myself cardiac disease, coronary heart disease or something like that. It was very funny. I thought it was very engaging and very entertaining, and I'm even remembering it now, which is good, because you want your examiners to remember and give you the high marks. So write most for that one specifically, and for the other sections of the paper, make sure you finish the first few questions, because they're basically free marks. They're really easy. So for the first 3 questions, they're just, okay, for the first 2, you just write a few words. For the second one, you just write in your own words, so paraphrasing. And for the third one, don't write a paragraph like I did for the mock. Write actual, write just sentences. Don't write bullet points, because don't write the bullet point of the bullet point. Just write sentences, pretty much. The marks will tell you how much to write. So the first question, it's 2 marks. The second question is 4 marks, and the third question is 5 marks. So you write 5 points for the third question and 4 points for the second question. Yeah, I'm sorry. You with me now? You with me still? And for the fourth question and for the fifth question, they're like actual writing. For the fourth question, it's apparently pretty simple. Like, look at the marks scheme. I didn't. You don't have to write that much. I think it's around 300-ish words, 350-ish words, like minimum or maximum, something like that. You don't have to write that much. Okay, it's like basic, simple, surface level analysis. And question 5 is where it matters way more. Like, use your comparisons. Make sure you look at the minor things. Like, you just really, not dumb it down, but you look at, like, even the obvious things. Like, oh, this one's from a first person perspective, this one's from a third person's perspective, this one's from a personal experience, this one's from, like, secondary experiences, or, like, getting told stuff. This one's from a more factual lens and stuff like that. Make sure you, like, weigh your time. The more past papers you do is definitely the more help. I just had to prioritize science in comparison because I'm not a sciencey person. And so those are my English tips. Wow. Currently I have a week's break of stuff. Actually, no, not even stuff. I just have a week's break from exams. I'm so happy. This is like, it's like a little sliver, a trailer of what it's gonna be like when I live through summer, which will hopefully be super, super fun. I say that because you never know, but I'm praying it will be super fun, and I will try to document that. I really want to try vlogging again, and maybe see how the past few things I've done, how I can improve on that. So using my voice tends to work really well, so I'm gonna try and mesh the 2 styles together. This week I plan to maybe bake a cheesecake. I don't know if I'll film that. I might make a photo. Yes, I'm gonna, like, get a film camera. I don't own a film camera. I'm gonna take a photo of it, and we'll see. Hopefully it'll be good. It will probably be good. Most of my baking is great. Trust me. Trust. I'm saying that like it isn't, but my baking is good. I have a cookie. My lips, the sugar, okay. Chocolate chip cookie recipe. That I made. That's technically mine. I adapted it from a recipe online. But then, isn't it most things aren't actually original? So technically, it's mine. And yeah, I plan to bake. I will study physics because my next exam is physics. Oh my goodness, kill me, please. I feel out of all 3 sciences, I think physics is the worst because it's the most mathy, and maths sucks. I'm sorry if you're a math fan and you just clicked off this video, please don't. But maths sucks. I'm sorry if you like maths. But then again, I can't really comprehend it. I have friends who like maths. So yeah, that's it. Oh gosh, my hair looks wild. That looks better. Kind of, not really. God, I need water. I need to go to sleep is what I need. Hopefully my sleep schedule will be fixed. I say that like I have anything really. I need to fix my sleep schedule for most of my exams are in the afternoon. Let's go! So, hope you're having a good day, good night, or wherever you are, good morning, if you're watching this in the morning. You got this if you're doing your exams right now. If you're studying, great, you're doing great. And yeah, love ya.